Greetings, tasty liquor lovers, and welcome once again to another episode of Swill and Grog's wonderful world of beer. And yes, the world of beer is truly wonderful, even in these appalling times that we're in. And Happy New Year to you all. Yes, it's 2023, believe it or not, and the times are still appalling, unfortunately, but hopefully this will be a better year for beer. But I'm definitely not holding my breath there. Anyway, today I have for you a beer that my good mate Anthony, who I've known for quite a long time. We used to go to concerts together back in the 90s when the price of admission was like $30 for a really good band as well. Not just some cover band or something like that. Back at places like the Roxy in Brisbane and Festival Hall, etc. Yeah, definitely saw lots of great bands in the 90s, but around the end of the 90s, a lot of those venues closed or got knocked down, and ticket prices here in Australia just skyrocketed, for concerts, and I think it was like a good 15 years before I went to another concert back in 2013, which was now 10 years ago. That was the Public Image Limited concert in Brisbane with Beelzebub. But anyway, that's another thing that's appalling here in Australia and has been for quite some time. Yeah, the cost of concerts. Anyway, I really do digress. We're reviewing a beer here. It's from the Black Hops Brewery on the Gold Coast, an old stomping ground of mine. Anthony actually works there, and he was kind enough to get me one of their limited releases, this Eggnog Stout, which comes in at 5.8% alcohol by volume. So I was most eager to try this one when Hef of Hef's Beer Reviews tipped me off about this brew. I was quite intrigued. I know it's definitely not stout weather, but I'm here in Swill and Grog HQ and I do have the aircon on. Anyway, I'll pour it out into this Spiegelau stout glass, not to be confused with the IPA glass. This is the stout glass. Okay. Alright, and apparently, yes, it says on the can, made by 3 mates on the Gold Coast. Anyway, tried some other brews of theirs that Anthony gave me, off camera obviously. I didn't want to exactly make an anthology of black hops, but they've all been pretty darn good. So let's get a look at the appearance of this Eggnog Stout. Well, very dark, as you would expect. No reddish hue or anything like that. Very, very dark brown or almost black on camera, opaque, and just a little under 2 fingers of tan head. Alright, let's move on to the aroma of this one. Alright, you're definitely getting a lot in the aroma. There's a bit of a smell of nutmeg or vanilla coming through there. A bit of brandy as well, a bit of chocolate. Definitely smells like it's going to be very flavorful. And actually there was a bit of cinnamon too. Not that I have much cinnamon, but I was a fan of that chewing gum, Big Red. Definitely picking up a lot of cinnamon now. It's funny when you sort of get a hint of something and then, the more you sniff, the more of it you sort of detect. But look, that is very strong. Anyway, time for the most important part of the review, the taste test. So cheers to you, Anthony, and cheers to you, the audience. Let's hope 2023 is a good one. Let's dive in. All right, well, Up front, yeah, definitely getting a huge hit of dark roasted malt. Much like the nose, and picking up a lot of that cinnamon. There's a slight bit of alcohol warmth to it, but not, sort of any sort of a burning sensation. I wouldn't expect that at 5.8% ABV. Yeah, the bitterness is fairly minimal, just a slight sort of coffee, espresso type bitterness. But look, it's quite impressive. So let's have another gulp. Very enjoyable, very tasty and flavorful. Yeah, still getting a lot of that cinnamon. Maybe there's some nutmeg and a bit of brandy, so there as well. But yeah, overall, this eggnog flavor, really melds well with, this Irish dry stout. The body, I guess, is somewhere between medium and full, leaning towards medium, actually. Look, it goes down smooth. It's drinkable. Could you session it? Perhaps not at 5.8% ABV, but you could have a few pints of this and feel quite pleasantly toasted. I think it would be remarkable on tap, that's for sure. I'm going to have to visit the Black Hops Brewery one day, actually. Anyhow, I can't comment on the price point, but I'd say that this would have to retail for a pretty penny, being Australia and being a craft beer. Anyhow, look, I'm really impressed with this. It's certainly one that I'd recommend to you all. Black Hops have done an outstanding job. Yeah, they're probably now, I would dare say, probably my favourite brewery on the Gold Coast. Yeah, I don't have a very high opinion of Bolter anymore, since they sold out to Carlton and United, and also discontinued the Pilsner, which was probably the best beer that they ever did. Anyway, let's have one final gulp and give it a score out of 10. Alright, well, all in all, an absolutely stellar brew. Nothing offensive about it flavour-wise. Very tasty, very enjoyable. Yeah, tantalises the taste buds, you could say. Yeah, an interesting brew without a doubt. One to definitely add to the beer bucket list. Anyway, I think it's deserving of a 9.5 out of 10. So there you go, folks. A 9.5 out of 10 for Black Hops Eggnog Stout. So do give it a go if you can get your hands on it. I know it's a limited release, but apparently it was the brew that got them some notoriety when they started. So yeah, it's a real treat to have tried this. Anyway, that's it from me. I'll see you all in the next review. But until then, fare thee well, all.